Hi, everybody. It's Cockatude. Cockatoos with attitude. And we have one with attitude right here.
Mr.
Aren't you,
Cecil.
Cecil? Mr. Cecil. Today we're going to be talking about the Valkyrie bird. I can't pet your beak right now.
She says, but
Uh,
it's my show. You should be petting my beak for the whole hour.
I can't tell her now. Gotta pet her beak. Hi, baby. Hi. Hi.
Well, we got some chatters already. We've got Lisa and Natalie and James and Jem and Jamie and Falcon Zoo. So welcome all of you guys. Great to have you.
Wow, it's great to have the flock with us so early. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, since the early birds get this worm, I I am now set up a connection between our Dr. Jenkins, who's probably the foremost avian vet in the country, um, as far as experience and seeing birds all the time, um, and our doctor here in Nevada. So I I've got them sending all the X-rays and all the blood work and everything to him so he can look at it. And he told me what dosage to put Cecil and Cause on. So a slightly different program. They get it every 3 days, so and a considerably higher dose too, based on the latest findings. So we got that coming. He seems to be doing better, but his breathing is still an issue. But he seems to be more active now, as you can see.
He looks more cheerful.
He does. He doesn't seem to be mind being stabbed in the chest. So
His payback for all of the head bashing.
sort of. Although he didn't seem to even notice the needle went in. It's just Cause doesn't seem to notice it either. The only thing you have to make sure is you warm it up. You put it in there cold, you're going to have an upset bird because nobody wants a whole bunch of cold stuff stuck in their body. So you have to let it warm up outside of the cooler for about 30 minutes. So
Mm.
so we're going to make headway. Dr. Jenkins said that depending on how bad it is, and he's got some organ enlargement, but not he's not pooping out seeds or anything like that. So he's still digesting his food, so he should be okay. He might, well, it'd probably have to be on his whole life, but there's a progression to giving the disease, and there's when you go back to giving a heavy dose, and how long it is. Actually, 6 months at the higher dose is what he suggests. Didn't suggest, he prescribed 6 months at the higher dose. So,
Mm.
and then he'll go in for X-rays, and if things have gone back to normal, then we can start lowering it down to every 5 days. Do that for a few months, and then if that works out, then you can go to once a month. So until it shows up again. But with him, that means X-rays. He's got to get X-rays once a year, or got to watch him to see how he's breathing. It's a lot of
Well,
work, isn't it, Chug?
sounds like he's in the best of hands, though, if you've got Dr. Jenkins working alongside your nice vet in Nevada, and you've got you to give him the medicine. Sounds like Cecil's all set.
How you feel, buddy?
Well, you got lots of friendos all rooting for you.
Yeah, getting it so frequently, you have to alternate. So we got it on his left side today, so did Cause. And the next time they'll get it on their right side, and it's got to go back and forth. So that's quite a bit of fluid. It's half a milliliter. So
Oh, and Dawn Rosebud has joined us, and she says that in her next life she wants to come back as one of your parrots.
thank you, Rosebud. I'm not sure what Cecil wants to come back as. The court
A
jester,
wrecking ball.
maybe. I was in such a rush doing things, I didn't even get to record what I ate for breakfast, which in my diet, I got to be careful I do that, but was in kind of a hurry, wasn't I? Hmm.
And we got Tiki Tiki who joined us as well. Hello, everybody, she says. Nice to see you. We got lots of the gang here today. That's nice.
That's cool. What do you say, Cecil? You don't say anything? Why not? Why are you so quiet?
He doesn't talk on camera.
No.
He's a
I
Cecil.
one
That's what
time
he does.
caught him one time. I caught him one time talking, but just once.
And Natalie wants to know how old is Cecil. We don't know. I think Dawn, have you had him about 15 years, maybe?
Yeah, and there was some scuttlebutt that he was maybe 6 when I got him, but you can't count on that. I can't tell time, and I know other people have similar problems. So,
Yeah. The only one with a confirmed age is Lorelai.
yep,
All the others, it's just guesswork. So Cecil might be 21, but we're not really sure.
I haven't seen him at any of the bars, but
No.
or the casino.
Well, I expect Salamander wouldn't let him if he wanted to.
Yeah, let's get some. Let's get. Switch the camera here. Don't do it, Cecil. No, that means you're going to bite me by accident. There's the shug, still waiting for me to pat her. There's Snowball. It was not easy to get him out. I forgot to take his rattle ball out. I should have done something about my throat. I sound about 90. Um, I forgot to take his rattle ball out of his cage. So getting him out of there was a bit of a nuisance. I'm trying to video. He knows about the camera, so he stops. But I'm going to try to video him when he plays with that ball because I take it out and put it back. And when I put it back, he runs all over the cage, throws it, does. Thank you, Sugar. I wanted you to poop on my hand. Hold on a second, guys. Let me get the poop off my hand. So there's the camera there. At least you didn't hit this. Oh, hey! Cecil, that wasn't nice. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Jasmine. Oh, she's in jail. He put her in there. He put herself in there, though. Hey, what are you doing back there, you little monster? Hmm?
I don't remember.
KK's behind me. See if I can switch the camera so you can see KK.
And we have Richie the cockatoo. Hello, Richie. Nice to have you along.
Hello, Ricky.
You look like a handsome sulphur-crested cockatoo.
We're kind of the loci of the cockatoo world. You get into all kinds of trouble, mischief. They mean well, but usually the sulfurs are it's like a warning sign on their head when you see that yellow crest.
So
Right,
Natalie.
Cecil?
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say Natalie says I think Ace may have it, meaning AGN. I have to save money for $700 in tests. That's a lot of tests.
Well, you could do the AGN test by itself, and that's not expensive. I mean, the other tests are probably necessary to see if there's something else going on, but as far as finding out about AGN, it's not an expensive test. It's just takes a while. They do they process the tests, or they take the last one they'll take in is on a Tuesday, and they they run the tests. Excuse me, they take it in on it. Last time they take in the test is on Monday, and Tuesday they run the test, and then on Friday they have the answers. So if you get it to them on a Wednesday, you won't see it for almost 2 weeks. But there's only one place that can do that test, so molecular dynamics, and that's it. So nowhere else. He's got the patent on the test, so it's not. You say they're not charging a fortune for it, but
Hmm. She says X-ray blood work. It's very expensive.
yeah, I know. I just went through that. Necessary though,
Mm.
but as far as with AGN, that's there. The test for that is not expensive, so you can go ahead and do that test because it takes a while to get it back, and then go and do the next test because they need to take a little blood for that, but it doesn't
Yeah,
have to
because
be sent.
if you can just get it from the nail, then it's easy enough to do, isn't it? So.
Yeah, you can get it from the nail, or most vets these days will take it from the foot. Um, which, if they're going to do all the tests, they probably want to do that. Don't let them take it from the neck, though. Dr. Jenkins does not believe in taking it with the from the arteries going to the brain. So, because he has seen collapse from that. So, if they take it, they could take it from the wing if they want to, or the foot, or in this case, with just the AGM test, they can take it from the nail. But hey, you're whacking my head with that thing again. Come on. He is feeling better because he's been whacking me more with the toys.
Yeah, he looks a bit better. He's got more of his spark.
Mm-hmm. He does. His appetite's coming back.
Mm.
I mean, just from the other dose I gave him, which was Jenkins. When I told Jenkins, he goes, "No, that's too low." He's just like, "You need to go zero point 0.5." And he said the latest information is from depending on the bird, from zero point 0.3 to zero point 0.6. So milliliters. So but zero point 0.5 is where he usually starts all umbrellas. So yeah, we may have some more here too. I'm wondering about Romeo. That's going to be fun. Trying to get blood out of him. I get more blood out of a turnip, I think, than trying to get it out of Romeo. But I wish I could bring a drink in here. This is one of those times where I could really like to wet my whistle, but if I do something like that, they'll just puncture it or tip it over or make a mess of it, so I can't do it. What's he got? He's got a bottle. Oh, he's got a can. Oh, oh, we're gonna get that. What are you doing up there? What are you chewing on? What are you chewing on? Oh, okay. All right. You can chew on a chair. I don't care. Yes, you are a good bird. Well, yes, you are a good bird. What kind of bird? What kind of bird? That kind of bird? I don't know. Uh, come on. I forgot to set my watch right. I don't know if I can do that while we're on. I'm gonna try. Might cause trouble. Yeah, I wanted to get to my notes, but I have my watch is set to turn off the screen every 20 seconds or something, so I can't look at my notes. But um, so the day I met her, I was at an animal hospital where it was a great vet. Dr. Young is a great vet, but I went in there to chat. I took two birds in for an exam, and I left with three. I left with her. What I saw was this fluffy, beautiful head and these beautiful eyes looking at me from a dog carrier. And that day, she was bound to go to a place where she probably would have died because they like to take $1,000 from you to bring a bird in there. And then if the bird had the bird had feather destructive behavior, they would just put it in a back room in a cage, give it food and water, and that's it. That's changed. It's under the guy who ran the business is dead, and his wife took over, and now they actually have birds in the outside, huge outside aviary. They have birds of all kinds, with or without feather destructive behavior. They're all in the same aviary. So, but that's what I saw, and I brought her home to the sanctuary, and she what a neat. And I put food in front of her. She just looked at it like, "What's that?" She wouldn't touch it. The next day, they brought over this big container that had sugary cereals in it. That's what she was eating. Frosted flakes, that kind of thing. So I had to fight with her over getting her to eat something else. I tried the health store variations of Cheerios. She would eat Cheerios. That was probably the best thing she ate. She would eat Cheerios, but not if they were some health food variant. She wouldn't do that. So I ended up having to mix our food with some of the things she's used to. She had to have her frosted flakes on top of mats, and she wouldn't even look at any birdie bread that I made. And this went on for 6 months, fighting to get her to eat something that was decent. Now she eats edamame, she eats the mash, she eats the birdie bread, but that took almost 2 years to get her to do all of that. And at the same time, I was fighting the fact that she was trying to kill herself by ripping into her flesh. She would, I had her on the medication, Haldol, but it wasn't enough. It was a dose that was much under what she needs. And, excuse me. I've got that dry mouth thing going. It's the desert, and I don't think the humidity is very high in here. I think one of the humidifiers is not working out there. I need to fill it up. But anyway, hi, cutie. She she finally got rid of the desire to rip herself up when I increased the dosage. Took the collar off her and said, "Let's just see what happens." That was the moment after 2.5 years, and she just started preening normally. So things went along fine for a while. You know how she is. She likes to sit around quite a bit, but she does play some. She plays in her cage more than she does out of it. But and then I thought I'd try to figure out what the baseline is, what the actual dosage, the lowest dosage. That was a mistake. Back, I went to Discovery Animal Hospital, and the doc and I spent an hour trying to pull all the broken stems of feathers out of her skin. It was fun. That's one of the reasons why you'll hear me say when someone says, "Well, you just have to give them love." That's why I'll usually jump down their throat. Yeah, that's going to do a lot of good. You try that with sugar, she'll be dead. You know, That's like saying, "Well, my son has a broken leg. We didn't take him to the doctor. We're just going to give him a lot of love." Yeah, somehow I don't think that's going to work. It's the same with Jasmine. If you don't get her dosage right, she'll start pecking at her chest. You can always tell when she needs either a slightly increased dose, right? Because she'll start doing that. But so after that, she started just wanting to go places and hang out and play in her cage. She likes her cage. Recently, though, she's actually developed a lot more of a playful attitude in her cage. She will tell me when she wants me to replace her toys. She's constantly playing with toys now. Yeah, you play with toys. Admit it.
Hmm.
little
Don't tell
girl.
the viewers that. She doesn't want anyone to know.
Yeah, she went from just a beautiful face to a beautiful body, and just a happy bird. She knows what she wants. She wants to be close to me, but she sat on me one day last week. I just about had a heart attack. I thought it was Jasmine because I would never expect it to be her. And then I looked and that's Sugar. She's on my lap.
Yeah, that was cringe.
Now I
Because
just
first moment I thought, what are you doing with Sugar? Because I just saw the feed when you turned it, but then you said you got Jasmine. So I thought just Jasmine climbed around Sugar, and now you had Jasmine, and I haven't looked well for now, but it was really strange since the pink bird wanted constantly beak rubs, and the other bird, Jasmine, on the perch or so, made a fuss because, of course, she wanted to be held. It was hilarious.
But the thing is, when Sugar wants to be held, then you wonder if she's feeling okay.
Yeah, but it was fun that Don needed, I think, 2 to 3 minutes until he realized he asked the wrong Moluccan auntie. Sugar fooled
yeah,
us.
that's where that video that I always tell people to go watch, the that video where it's the Who Done It video. It's less than 2 minutes long, and at the end, you realize that we see what we want to see. We don't
Mm.
see all the things. I would never have guessed in a million years that she would have got on my lap. So,
I think Sugar won her bet anyway. She was probably saying, you know what? Humans are super blind.
yeah,
I prove it.
she did. She definitely proved it that day.
Mm.
She's. It's funny though when we're doing these videos, when Sugar looks like she's just sitting up there being a Valkyrie. I am just the be all and end all of the universe. But she's quite playful at other times. She is funny though. If I try to like go to her cage and bother her at some other time of day, she looks at me like, "What are you doing here?" you know, says she doesn't want me going to try to pet her at some other time than the designated times, but she expects those designated times. So back here, it could be pretty much any time, but in her cage, it's in the morning, and the routine is like this: I come in, I turn the lights on, I turn around, I pet her through her cage. She comes over and lowers her head. And I go around and say hello to all the other birds, and I start giving medication. And by the time I get to Lorelei's medication, I sit that down and I go over and I pet her some more, which is what she expects. And then I get Lorelei out, give Lorelei her medication. And I go through the rest of the birds, and then I take and give Sugar hers, which is on a stick with peanut butter. And the reason for that is you can give it to her orally with a syringe, but she tends to spit it out. So you never know if she gets her full dose, and she has to have her full dose. So I stand there while she eats the peanut butter on the stick. And sometimes I think she just wants me to stay. So she takes her time eating it, and she watches me the whole time while there's times when she looks at me like I'm gonna take my time, and I have to stand there. Whether it's 5 or 10 minutes, I have to wait until she's consumed every last bit of it. And I think she knows I'm in that situation. So she does quite frequently. She will use it against me. And there's times when she just doesn't want to take it. I just don't, she's not hungry or whatever. And then I have to take and scrape it across her beak. And she definitely does not like that. And I have to make sure I have to take and go across the beak and with the little craft stick and get all the peanut butter off. So I get it in her. That doesn't happen maybe twice a month, but sometimes she's stubborn. Sometimes you're stubborn, little girl. Yeah. Everybody else is, well, Cecil's just He's doing his homemade gum thing. And I have, come on, camera. No, close together. You see where KK is. Somewhere out there in viewer land, someone is going to watch this and go, oh, you're not supposed to have them on your shoulder. They get dominant. That's not true. There is no dominance, but to bring it up again, I'm going to get that
Well,
comment for having one
the
sitting on my
shoulder is
shoulder.
just the perfect perch.
If they like to get up high because they can look for predators, which is
Yes.
funny because I'm the predator in
And
the
I
room.
think they realized that the thinking unit is in the head, not in our feet. So they seem to want to be close to the head.
No ball.
Yeah, sometimes they don't seem to realise that your feet are part of your body. It's as if they're just too
Yeah, I
far
think
away.
that's still a question in science if they consider that an independent part.
Snowball. I don't know if I can throw it up there. I'll try.
Yes, snowball. Oh,
Pretty
frisbee.
close.
And Jasmine is alert.
Yeah, she's probably
Being
annoyed
like,
because
oh, there
Tom
are
threw
flying
something.
things in the room. That's not allowed.
He threw something and it hit her cage. Oh no.
Let me get one
Yeah.
more try. I'm out.
Alien invasion. No. They got their GPS wrong. Area 51 is a little bit more up north.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Death Valley's closer, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this one has been an interesting girl. She used to go with me. I was trying to make her feel better about wearing a collar, so I would take her with me when we would go in front of a grocery store or something like that to ask for donations and talk to people about parrots. But she liked to get out. She does like to do that. She went to Renaissance fairs with us. I have some video of that. I'll have to dig it up, but where she's begging for French fries, and we got the French fries without the salt on them. So she likes French fries, but she doesn't get them that often. You know, they're cooked in oil, and oil's not terrible for them, but yeah, just it's a treat, so not common. Uh, Popcorn's probably better for you, right? Popcorn, popcorn. Yeah, I'll get a little closer because we can't see her. There she is. Popcorn. She goes, you're not going to give me any popcorn. I know.
Look at that cute baby bird, huh? No, you're not a baby, but you look so cute with your bikini belly and that little underfluff. You have a sweet little pond on. Mm-hmm, do you see? And we are both popcorn fans. And Snowball is in love with his frisbee. And the next Olympics in Los Angeles, so it's actually pretty close to you, huh? Just a fly away, Mr. Snowball.
Well, Snowball should enter.
Yeah, now let's make frisbee Olympic.
Yeah. Well, they have discus. That's kind of like a frisbee, isn't it?
Yeah, he could do the discus throwing thing, couldn't you, boy? Hmm? What's going on, Snowball?
Oh, well, Calvin joined us. Hello, Calvin. He says he had to get a new driver's license. So, if you're in the US, from what I've heard, the DMV is really horrible.
Yeah, and to get a driver's license, that's where you probably have to go, unfortunately. There are ways you can get around it, but AAA, the Automobile Club, you can get a lot of things. Although we don't have one in this town, so I'm not driving all the way to Vegas for that. I get a kick out of people who say, "Well, Vegas, I'm not going there." Well, it's not that far. Yeah, it is. I get stuck there, and Sugar doesn't get her medicine, then Sugar's dead. So I'm not doing that. I've had a lot of people lately. Well, Vegas, Vegas. This, I'm not going there. I'm not doing it. Especially now that we have a local vet. So
You put Sugar in a showgirl outfit and take her with you.
yeah, the thing is, it depends on where I'm going, whether she can go, whether she can go with me or not. And I can't leave her in the vehicle, so
But she'd look so cute in her spangly headdress. And she's already got the feathers.
she'd make a pretty good Columbia in Rocky Horror Picture Show. All that the spangly gold top hat, and
We just make her your assistant bird so you can take her anywhere you like.
actually, I could get I could get a Frank costume for Bob and a Columbia costume for her. I know who could make them. My third wife can definitely do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could just say they're your emotional support birds.
Exactly.
Yep. Or we could say, well, we're going to Rocky, so you have to let her come in. Apparently, they have a pretty good Rocky Horror out in Vegas, but I'll never see it. What are you doing down there, big boy? Yeah, she likes to get out. She enjoyed going to the Renaissance fairs, which is kind of funny considering she doesn't have the world's greatest balance and doesn't like to be carried. But when she went to the Renaissance fair, obviously she had to get carried, and she did just fine. But she's more about take me here and then put me on the perch, or take me over here and put me back in my cage. She doesn't like the intermediate travel thing. Do you? So when I had to drive to get to the vet in California before, and we were in that stupid, basically it's a 10, 11 hour trip, and she was unhappy the whole time, just looking at me like, why are you torturing me with this vehicle? I do not like driving. And she was right next to me, so I had her right where I could see her. But right, Sugar? She has an expressive face, that one too. She's just taking everything in right now. Sugar, Sugar. Hi, baby. Trying to get her to look at me. Hi, Sugar. Hi, Sugar. This one has been bombing me lately. I'm sitting here with a couple other birds, not thinking about anything, petting a bird, and all of a sudden, wham, right in my head. It comes flying into me. She doesn't even make a sound, doesn't even let me know she's going to do it. She just comes wham right at me. Right, Luce? You want to come over? Come on. You see, that makes me wonder about her too. If you notice, when she went to come over, she looked at her foot to see where she was putting it. That's not normal behavior. That's the kind of behavior you expect from AGN. Like, she doesn't actually know where her feet are. I probably should just go ahead and get them all tested, but that's only what About $1,000 when you add the blood, taking the blood and everything into it. Romeo's lack of balance, her looking at her feet when she walks over, those are the kind of things that you want to check out. Right, Sugar? No comment, Sugar? Just looks at him. Sorry, I'm seeing if we're gonna reach a frisbee. I'm like, whoops, I'm sorry. We're gonna throw the frisbee at somebody. Didn't go very far. Had his attention though. Hey, Snowball. Hey, Snowball. No, bird. You big nut. So, interesting facts about her nails don't grow terribly fast. So, trimming them is usually really easy. It's not really a problem. It's not a problem to trim her nails. Her beak grows normally. Maintenance with her is giving her the time she needs, letting her be out when she wants to be out. She will have a fit if I don't get them out early enough. I just switched the schedule so she gets out earlier, and she definitely approves of that because now they're getting out. I'm trying to get them out about 10 o'clock in the morning because we're getting close to that time when we'll be able to go in the aviary again, where it may get too hot towards the afternoon, but it'll be cool enough in the morning. So I have to work towards that morning schedule. I probably should keep it there anyway, but yeah, I really have to. We really have to haul. You have to become a Russian because you're Russian from here to Russian to there, in order to get things done, and get them out early. But I've been doing it now for a few days, getting them out early, so getting them ready for the trip to the aviary. Also thinking about adding another section to that aviary. We have an account with them. I got to call them up and A&E and see if I can buy another section to expand it. If Sugar approves. That would make it an expansion on that would make it about
She
a
might
13.
approve when she gets her iPad back.
Oh, no, that thing died. I mean, it fell off of a table and broke this morning. So
Oh, oh
I don't
no,
I don't know if I
she.
have it. I don't know if I have it on that insurance or not. I'll look. If it's on the Apple insurance, I can replace it. But
Poor Shug. Oh my. The legendary iPad from Sugar.
yep.
Oh,
Now she's got a big TV, so it's a
that's.
fifth. What, a 47-inch TV that she watches.
But we always had such nice chats, Sugar and I.
Yeah, I never care. I don't really like them myself. I'm not really fond of iPads, but I was
Mm,
using it because the phone screwed up, and now that's gone. So,
mm. I like my iPad.
oh, I think they're a great device. They're just not something that I really felt connected to. I'm more into
Yeah,
computers and phones, I guess.
It's nice because I can carry it around with me and have my apps, my writing stuff, and my pencil so I can take notes.
Oh, I see the utility. It's just in my case, I can't really bring it in here because this one, he wasn't feeling so good,
Hmm.
so he didn't attack it, but he won't let me bring it in. So without giving me a whole bunch of trouble.
Oh, yeah. You not even can bring in a clipboard.
Yeah. So I'm going to get that, aren't you? Oh, boy.
So Lisa says adorable snowball, and I think she thinks that's a nice idea to make the aviary a little bit bigger.
Yeah, it ends up adding about 3 feet to it. So it'll be a 13
Mhm.
foot aviary instead of a 10 footer. I just have
Even
to,
more pockets fit in.
probably the worst part will be the freight. It'll probably cost 200 to have it freighted out here
Mm.
because everything comes in on the East Coast. When it comes to bird cages, they all come in on the East Coast. So you got to freight them across the country, and that LTL freight gets expensive.
Hmm. So, Shuggy, Miss Headlessburg, this episode is entirely dedicated to you, girl.
She's got
And she
part of the,
shows us what beautiful fluff she has.
yeah, that's when she does that, what she's doing on the one side here, she's probably doing it on the other too. I can't see it. That's what I call her Valkyrie look
Hmm.
because it's like those winged helmets of the Valkyrie.
Well, it's very majestic.
And oh, the other thing that's funny about her is when somebody comes here she doesn't know, which is pretty much everybody, that comes here. She just starts having a fit. Gets all fluffed up, and which is like, stay away from my guy. Don't mess with him. You really recognize that ownership bond. He owns me.
She's the angriest pink flute.
I've noticed that she's started eating the eating my birdie bread now more because I put 1 cup of carob powder in it, which has a flavor similar to chocolate, and they all like it. Yeah, it's 1 cup in 12 cups of other stuff. So, but it seems to make all the difference. Even Romeo is eating it. Romeo ignores everything in his bowl except the actual pellets. He doesn't usually eat anything else I give him. Pellets and peanut butter are the only two things he'll eat. But now he's eating those, so he's getting a little variety in his diet. But she really loves that, don't you, girl? Hmm. Don't you? Well, what do you want? You want some big petting? Your show, so we can pet the girl. What I need is something that falls from the ceiling with a water bottle on it. Ugh. I probably need about a liter of water right now. What are you doing? What are you doing? No, she's like, you're not petting me quite the way I want. You're pointing the camera at me. You're pointing the camera at me. You can stare at the camera because you don't want me to point the camera at you while I'm petting you. I know. I can see it. Yeah. Yeah, she's looking at the camera. You can tell. Malaccan eyes. He's looking right at the camera like, get that out of here. This is not what we do. You don't point a camera at me. I'm petting. Right, Chug? Right, Chug? Yeah, she's come away a long way from that face and that dog carrier to where she is today. I was trying to upload some videos, but you really can't do it off the phone. And I'm going to talk to these people at StreamYard too. You make an app that you can use on an iPhone, but it won't let you upload videos that you take in MOV format, which is what iPhones take there. You can change it if you use different apps, but that's what they take the video in. So, like, who in your development department lost their brain? That is incredibly stupid. Yeah. Oh yeah, we let you use the app on your phone. Oh, but you can't upload videos from there because they're in the wrong format. And I think the thing to ask is, did you hire some development people from Google that used to work at YouTube? What are you doing? Those are my shoes. Yeah, I know you're bothering me because I'm petting Sugar. Uh-huh. He gets jealous if I pet Sugar. I'm not sure why he started this, but he's biting my shoe to get my attention, so I'll stop petting her. Mm-hmm. I know your routine there, buddy. If you want to climb up, now you're playing games. You want to climb up? Okay. One of his games is to pick up a toy or something in his beak and then pretend like he's not going to bite my shoe. And then he drops the toy and bites my shoe. That's the way it works. But not today, Cecil. I know, Sugar, but arm gets tired. I just switch hands here. You big silly girl. I Sugar. Yeah, she only had one halfway decent friend, and that was Peaches. So she gets along with Cecil some of the time. At other times, she just tries to chase him away. Get off my
I think
perch.
I think Jasmine has auntie privileges.
Mm.
Yeah, she does now.
But I think Shug just doesn't really understand reciprocity. She wants to be preened, but she doesn't want to preen in return. And that's a big setback.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine that because there are no Moluccans who are actually American birds. I mean, they're Indonesian, right? There were American birds, you could understand the me thing, right? We're all like that. I mean, to some degree in the U.S., because it is that way.
You're a cutie, Shug.
She says, "Well, you were petting my beak." Yeah, but to tell you the truth, my arm got tired. Ah, well, you could come back down on my leg. Yeah, that's gonna happen. What are you doing down there, Mister? Hey, will you stop? Don't hit my earpiece. I just Cecil
Oh, the
knows it
KK.
bothers me. KK is right over here.
Oh, who is
Okay.
hitting your ear? Oh, Cecil is hitting your earpiece. Okay, he's back to normal.
Yeah. pretty much as far as his behavior, it's coming back to normal. We'll see how it is in another week or so. But at least I know I'm set. This is going to be 6 months. So 6 months minimum. And then you can start tapering it down if everything goes back to normal. So back for more x-rays in 6 months, huh, buddy? What, sugar? Hey, stop that, Cecil, darn it. Hold on, I gotta change the camera. What, sugar? No, Cecil? Okay, get down off my shoulder. You're not gonna get that out of my ear, so. Silly boy. Oh, you have to have two pieces of wood, right? Not just one? No, you're not going on my shoulder. Just because you mess with me when you get up there. Yeah, she gave up now. She's gone back to her. Actually, she's edged herself a little further away from me probably because she didn't get what she wanted.
Oh, Shuggy, what are you doing
Uh,
now? Playing a bit?
yeah, no, you're not going on my shoulder. No, get off my shoulder. No, I don't want you hitting my earbuds. No, thank you. Yeah, she took herself a little bit further away from me, so that's body language for you didn't give me what I wanted, but I'm sure glad the days of her wearing a collar are gone. I think I went 13 I bought 13 different kinds of collars, and then I had some cases where I'd have two collars on her at the same time, both lightweight, of course. Two lightweight collars, and she's really good at getting, taking them off her neck too. And if she were to get the collar off her neck, she's going to start bleeding and it's off to the vet. So, no, we're not doing that. You understand what no means? Hmm? No. No. You're not going up on my shoulder. No, you're not. You're not. Mm-mm. Oh. Yeah, don't put your tail over Lucy's head. She doesn't like that. Hmm. She doesn't want a feathered headdress. Make that a gallon of water. What are you doing? No. Cecil, come on. Come on, dude. We're not doing that. And he's got pokey ends on both ends, too. Okay, tell him how to behave, will you? Some point there might be an event we can take her to in town. They have in the fall they have some kind of fair. We didn't go last time as the temperature was not right, but maybe we can take her to the fair. She likes getting out. So does Cecil. He gets along with everybody, but this one acts quite different when she's out with a bunch of people. She's quite the social bee when she's out and about. Aren't you, girl? Hmm? No, she's not even going to look at me now because I stopped petting her. Cockatoos. Cockatoos.
Oh,
Cockatoos.
that's the attitude showing, isn't
Oh, then she gives me that sad look.
it?
Over the shoulder sad look, like he's holding that phone and he's not petting me. Snowball, what you getting into? Hmm? Snowball? What you doing?
Well, if anyone has any questions about the shirk, then feel free to ask before we go, because we're coming up to the top of the hour.
Indeed, we are. And the way the light is falling back there from the window, it's starting to look like you're moving out of summer. We start to get the leaves at this time of the morning. It's gently moving on the paper that somebody tore out of where it belongs. And you see what happens to the paper. You put paper in the bottom of the cage and it just gets shredded. Right, Snowball? What do you get? 3 pieces of wood now? What are you doing? Cecil and the Toothpick Factory. It sounds like there's a movie in that somewhere. Give him a purple top hat. Snowball, what are you doing?
Don't mess with Jasmine.
He's messing with the wood that attaches the perch. Or he was. He pulled away when I called his name. Snowball. I don't think she wants that perch to fall down. Well, thank you, everybody, for being here. And we talk a little bit about the Valkyrie Bird. Sugar.
Hey,
I'm
Shug.
gonna see if I can get a quart of water in me in 1 minute or less,
Mm-hmm.
before my whole body dries up.
Oh, go and drink.
Gotta hydrate, soldier.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Eleanor, for your moderation and keeping me moderate. That's hard to do. And thanks, everybody, for being here. And we'll see you next week. Hey, you two. No.
See you later.
Cecil, that's not a good place to hang.
At least no technical difficulties today. So that was a win.
Yeah, that's true. It all worked.
Probably Sugar said, it's all about me. Let the internet work.
Yeah, probably so. Say goodbye, Shug.
Bye, Shug.
Bye, Shug.
Bye, Shuggy.
Science knowledge only adds to the excitement, the mystery, and the awe of a flower.
Evidence is evidence. It's public. Everybody can look at the evidence and assess it, and eventually, if there's enough evidence, come to the same conclusion.
The Chloe Sanctuary for Parrots and Cockatoos, a nonprofit charity dedicated to the empowerment of captive parrots and public awareness.